Let's go ahead and get everything on, Litha. All right, Litha is working on their Ethiopia mobile. All right, Litha, what's on your mind?
Good morning, sir. I'm calling in from South Africa, so it's early morning hours. Sorry about that. I was just a bit busy.
You look tired.
But yeah, I'm working the night shift in the ER.
Clearly.
Yeah, yes, sir. Um, First, I love your broadcast. First time calling in, long time listener. My question I wanted to ask, how do you know when you're that dude? In reference to how do you know when you are the guy that the girl she won't delete your number? Or also how do you know when you are the guy she's settling for?
Okay, first of all, the biggest thing that I see is that fellas are willfully blind and are willfully ignorant. So there are really only a few things that make you valuable. Number one is being resourceful. Number two is being competitive. But most of all, being competent. So competence, resourcefulness, competitiveness. What is competence? Competence is the ability to start what you finished. Every female assumes that the man they're talking to is competent. So whether it's building a dog house, building a skyscraper, or getting a degree, she assumes that simply as a masculine being that it is in you to finish what you started. So that if you this is where females end up overestimating males because the female psyche tells itself, this is what they tell you, they don't say this out loud. They tell themselves, well, you could do whatever you want to do as a man. So if you really wanted to do this, you would. If you really wanted to triple your income, you could. If you really wanted to be a superstar, you could. So that's the reason she resents you, is because she tells herself that as a man, if you really wanted to do it, as a man, you should be competent by nature. And the only reason you haven't done it is because you don't want to. So she's perfectly now within her rights to punish you
Mm-hmm.
because you're the one shortchanging her. That's her
Mm-hmm.
psyche talking. But those are the three things that make a man
Mm-hmm.
valuable to females: competence, resourcefulness, and competitiveness. Competence because you need to finish what you start.
Mm-hmm.
Resourcefulness because it shows you can get results. And then that third one, competitiveness, that's what gives you status. Not only are you competent, not only do you finish what you start, you do it better than other men do. Not only do you get results, you're doing better than the others are. No woman wants to feel like she's with the kid who came dragging across the finish line last. She wants to feel like she's with one of the guys who, at least, if you weren't number one, you were at least number two. Now, that's what she really wants. Now, when you ask her, she's going to swear up and down that doesn't matter. This is where men get upset with women, because women will sit there and look you in your face and lie and say that doesn't really matter to her. It means everything to her. But just like when men talk to women, oh, I don't just want sex. You're lying your ass off. Well, this is where the women lie. No, I don't want the number one winner. Just so long as you're a nice guy. Okay. And take a look what they do to Mr. Nice Guy. Who do they cheat on? Who are they faithful to? The guy who's got a bunch of options. Who they cheat on? The guy who kisses her ass. The guy who makes her their only option. That's the one she cheats on. Yes, because you told her that she's more valuable than you are. And you didn't understand that's what you were doing. You told her she was more valuable than you. How do you think this is going to end? Well, that's what she said. Okay, she wants you to know that that's not real. You're like, what the hell kind of Jedi mind trick reading thing is this? Okay, but that's what it is. So those are the skill sets that you'd have to have. And if you have the results, then you're that guy. There are also a bunch of other things. You know, does the female contact you or are you contacting her? Is the female making mentions of other men, period? Not just comparing you, but is she talking about somebody else, or are you the center of her conversation? Is she dressing like you? Is she taking interest in the things that you are interested in? If you're in South Africa and you like soccer, football, I guess y'all call it, you like that or whatever, has she never really been interested in it before, but now she is? That means something. She's into you. By definition, if a female is into you, she wants to be into everything you're into. She didn't like full-size vehicles with V8s before she met you. Now she loves them. So she's open to new things because she wants to be a part of your life. And she knows now she's intrigued by those things because she wants to know everything that makes you what you are. She wants to be a part of that. That's how you know you're that dude. Now, you all are kind of resentful of that because you're like, you recognize that. When you were in grade school, you recognized it. You saw how the girls gravitated to certain boys, and he didn't even have to try. They were just all over him. Now that you've gotten grown, you're asking, well, how do you do that? What does it look like when you do that? How do you become that guy? Because you recognize what it looked like. It looked like that. Yeah, it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. But now you need to recognize what you're looking for. In grade school, you weren't necessarily looking for females to dress like you. But what I'm saying is that she wants to know what you want her to look like. She wants to know what your vision of her is. And it better be good. So those are the things that a female automatically gravitates to. If you're that dude, she gravitates to that. She wants to know what you're doing, what you're into, where you're going, all the stuff that you're living in your life. That's the reason why a man cannot afford to be boring. What? That's why a man can't afford to be boring. That's just the truth.
And deal with it.
As a man, you can't afford to be boring because that means there's nothing to you. There's no depth. What you've told her is there's nothing for her to learn. There will be no development. A female wants to believe that you're going to change her into something better. The purpose of competence is you've demonstrated you know how. The purpose of resourcefulness is you've demonstrated you can get results. And the purpose of competitiveness is you showing her, and I can do it better than anybody else. And she's going to look to see if that's you. What men do is men are interested, well, they put sex as a priority. So what you start thinking about is, well, here's the men who would really be sexually aroused by her. And she needs to recognize, the top-notch niggas ain't really checking for you like that, baby. So you might as well jump over here in my Buick Grand National with me. And that's not the way that works. Even if what you are saying is a true statement, please understand your audience does not see themselves that way. So even though what you're saying may be factual, that is not her perception of herself. So you trying to sell her the argument that she needs to, quote, lower her standards, be realistic, whatever phrasing you want to use, just understand that's going to fall on deaf ears. Because what you're really saying when you say that, and you know this is the truth, fellas, women don't want to hear you all say lower the bar, be realistic, this, that, and the other. You average. Women don't want to hear that. Jason, why not? Because that's not what you really mean. You don't mean that. You mean something else. Jason, what do we really mean? What you really mean is she needs to settle for the bottom of the barrel. Now that's what you really mean. Hey girl, you ain't really worth all that, so you just need to settle for the bottom of the barrel, and guess what? I'm right here with you. Now that's what you really mean. She needs to settle for the bottom of the barrel because that's where she at. Okay, but do you realize what you're now going to tell her next is, and I'm right here with you? Well, I'm the bottom of the barrel and you need to settle for that. That's what you really mean. And I'm like, do you realize what an outrageously unappealing offer that is you're extending? Even if what you're saying is truthful, who do you think is going to buy that one? Now, brother, if you're a doctor, how either that, I don't know, I guess you work on mufflers or something there. How in the hell is a doctor calling me and asking these questions?
No, the thing is, I do understand that concept, but it's just in my experience, um, I was with someone who was exhibiting all these traits, like you say, she's copying me in a way and imprinting. But then at some point that flipped. But then again, that was a single mom and whatever. But now I'm with
Oh,
someone
hell.
new around the same age, but she's not a single mom. This one, totally different, good
It
relationship with
won't
her
go any
father and
differently.
everything. Sorry?
It won't go any differently. Except under one
Okay.
circumstance. It might go differently, but only
Mhm.
under one circumstance. The single mom you were with, were you
Yeah.
trying to make a relationship with her? Now
Yeah.
remember
I
what you
wasn't
just. I'm
trying
about to say. I'm about to say.
to
Don't lie, nigga, because remember what you just said. We just heard what you
yeah,
just said. So you was trying to boo and get
yeah.
cupcaked and whatnot, and you was trying to figure out how to lock her down for life. And even this single mom said, "Yeah, where's the door?"
Mm.
The first question is, how in the hell did you end up going to medical school and then that was the best you could do? Don't answer that question.
Well,
Don't answer.
mm,
I want you to do some reflection. You've built up a lot of value, and when you sit up here and cash in all your chips like that, that's because you're trying to get something for nothing. And what you said was, how much can I get for this medical degree? And nothing else. And what you found out is what you can get with a medical degree and nothing else. I am going to say this as diplomatically as I possibly can. But you called and asked for it, so I'm assuming that you knew who the hell you were talking to when you called me up. Brother, on a scale of 1 to 10, even numbers only, what do you think the women, not the men, what do you think the women of Nollywood would rate you at?
to be honest, physically, 6.
And you might be generous. Not sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You might be being generous with yourself. I'm bringing that up to
Mm.
say to you that when a female hears you're a doctor, they have a preconceived notion of what they're going to get. You can say it is unfair and all the rest of this stuff. Okay, you can say that, and those may be real statements. That's not going to change what you're about to run into. So when you do that, if you haven't made all the necessary investments, just understand when I taught you all how you do one thing is how you do all things. So you need to take a look at whatever it is that they've idealized in their heads. And that's your competition, not the other guys in
Mm.
medical school. The other guys in medical school are not your competition. What the females expect is. That's your competition. And your ability to meet or exceed that, or your inability to do so, that's going to determine your results, not your degree.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
This has
Yeah,
nothing
that
to
makes
do
sense.
with whether you're a nice guy, you're a law-abiding citizen, all that old garbage. And I'm educated. Okay, that's a given. And
Mm.
that's the way it's going to be
Mm.
treated. And you're going to be like, oh, this ain't right. Okay. You keep chasing right. You keep doing that.
Mm.
I'm just letting you know what reality is. Now you're talking
Mm.
to another chick. Did you say she's younger?
No, she's the same age. I've been with her for a year. Stark
Okay.
contrast is that she's got a very good relationship with her father.
That means
My
nothing.
cousin introduced us.
That means nothing, but go
my
ahead.
my cousin introduced us,
Oh, hell.
but in the 1 year we've been together, it's been long distance. She's never disrespected me once, whereas every other woman I've been with before her has disrespected me.
She's
And
long
very quick.
distance. Negro, how long a distance?
2-hour flight.
Let's try this a second time. How long of a distance, sir? Where is she?
14-hour drive. So I'm in Johannesburg. That's where I work and I'm based. And she is in the Eastern Cape, the south of the country, which is where I'm from and she's from as well.
Yowza.
Yeah.
Sir, do you think she's alone tonight?
I do think so. Although I'm not, you can't always be sure. You can't be 100% sure, but I do think so.
When's the last time you talked to her?
We call each other like every day. Video call every day. Like an hour.
We do a video call every day.
Yeah.
How old is she? This isn't good.
She just turned 30 in December.
She just turned 30 in December.
Yeah.
About how much does she weigh, sir?
In kilograms.
Oh, Lord.
I think about 90.
Okay.
90 kilos, which I'm not sure what it is in pounds. 90 kilos. She's height maybe 176 centimeters.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Dude, you say she's about 90 kilograms.
Yeah.
Y'all, that's 198 pounds. How tall is she again?
Like 176 centimeters.
Lord, y'all, oh boy. These white folk didn't conquer enough because they got me converting through the metric system. Oh boy. Why didn't they get over there and go change that part over? How many centimeters was that again, sir?
I beg your pardon?
How many centimeters was that?
176.
How the hell y'all even do that? Oh Lord, get these people.
5'9".
Get these people on inches and feet. Good, he's 176 centimeters. What the hell?
I think it's like 5'9". 5'9", I think.
Okay, y'all. This fella here, boy, I'm telling you.
5'9", 5'10".
Okay, sir, we heard you the first time. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. All right, y'all. Well, in any case, like I say, y'all, this is a hell of a thing to be in here. So anyway, look, she's like 5.5 feet, somewhere around there. She's like about a little bit over 5.5 feet. But she damn near 200 pounds. So, but first of all, you two make an even couple. That's the first thing. So you two do. So physically, you two gonna match up. I said physically, you two match as a couple. But there's a problem.
Yeah.
Problem. She ever dated a footballer? Even in college?
Oh, Jason. Her high school boyfriend of 10 years was a first-team rugby player who then played club rugby after high school. So, and rugby is like it's like our American football.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so the chick you with now used to date a footballer back in the day. Now she talking to you, and I'm not going to besmirch a lady's honor. What I'm going to say, though, is that is her experience. And you're not going to just erase that. That's where she been. So every man that the woman has been with becomes a part of her and becomes what she estimates and judges other men by. Period. So you got to add that to the repertoire. So she's dated footballers and doctors. Good luck getting her to lose weight.
And deal with it.
Good luck getting that to happen. How are you going to convince her there's anything wrong with
Yeah.
her if she can look the way she does and be bedding foot athletes and doctors? What's wrong with it? Good enough to get an athlete and doctor? Okay.
Yeah.
It was good enough to get a footballer and a doctor. So all I'm telling you is good luck getting that off. So good luck with that. Plus, it's been a year. Plus, you were willing to accept a long distance, whatever. It's like, okay. Fellas, here's the problem with long distance. The problem with long distance is if she's not the one who initiated it, and in your case, you know damn well she isn't. If she's not the one who initiated it, then she knows you want her more than she wants you. That's the problem with, quote, long distance. Long distance is fine if you are the person that they reached out to. If you're the one who did the reaching out to them, you've told them how much their value is because...
In our case,
bruh, are you really going to try this? But Jason, Jason, my cousin introduced us. Yeah, to all the middle school, elementary school dropout dumbasses who didn't think I was listening or didn't think I heard him the first time. I heard you the first time, sir. I didn't know you. Yeah, I heard you the first time. It changes nothing because your cousin brought you somebody 14 hours away. In other words, you were already what they call in the credit card business pre-approved. Damn! Your cousin said that to her. Your cousin brought you to her, and she said, I'll give him a chance. What we know is that she didn't call your cousin and say she wanted your cousin to hook her up with you. We know that didn't happen. Did it? Oh, y'all should see him over here.
Sorry, could you ask that again, please?
Did she call your cousin and ask him to hook her up with you?
No. The
okay, thank you. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she didn't ask to meet you. Somebody else introduced you to her. At the end of the day, she didn't ask to meet you. Somebody introduced you to her. That's great. But you do realize that we've just bypassed any sort of confirmation filter. At no point did she work or ask to be in your company. As far as introduction and attraction, she didn't put any effort into it. None. So this is a long distance relationship. At the end of the day, you are the catalyst, not her.
If I could just add something.
Oh hell!
And just get your opinion on this.
Let me clean this up right quick.
No, I'll just make it quick. It was my brother's sort of pre-wedding ceremony thing at our home village, and then she came there with my cousin at that ceremony, which she's never been to our home before. So that kind of made me suspicious. I was like, okay, did she come here to meet me deliberately? So that's where I'm kind of confused whether.
Sir, if she wanted to get in touch with you on her own, she could have done that. So if she wasn't asking for you, that's it. By the way, has she ever dated a white man?
Nah.
That came real slow, so you're not sure.
No, I'm sure. There are not many white men.
Does she work in a job where she has access to Afrikaners?
No, she works at a clinic in the rurals, like a village. So she works as an admin clerk at a clinic in the village.
There ain't no Christian missionaries have made their way out there? Cause they swarm all over those places. You telling me ain't no Christian missionaries out there. So she's in the only rural area where there's no Christian missionaries in South Africa, really?
No. Nah.
Okay.
Not like that, but from
not like that. You know, it's not like. Yeah, I mean, they're out there, but not like that. Okay. There you go, y'all. All right, folks. Y'all know I'm not gonna argue with all night, but I've already asked the questions. Y'all hear what he's saying? It's like, okay, all right. He's telling me she used to date footballers and whatnot. She wants a doctor. Yeah, but she don't want no white men. Okay. Garrett, by the way, does she have all of her own real hair? She's never worn a weave or a wig, sir?
No. She usually just braids with extensions.
Who's her favorite rapper?
But no.
What was that?
She's not really into rap. She's more into R&B, Gideon, stuff like that.
Okay, who are her two favorite R&B artists?
It's one is Gideon, and then I forget some chick. I forget this chick's name. It's not Ellie Mai, but one of these girls. It's those two.
Does she like Usher?
But she digs Gideon, yeah. Yeah, she likes Usher.
Damn!
And Chris Brown. She loves Chris Brown.
What?
Sorry, Jason. Chris Brown is
Nigga, please.
What? No, Jason, it is not like that. She is in the rural area. She does not do those kinds of things. She is a nice rural girl, Jason. You do not understand. You are jaded and cynical. Down there in Louisiana, you are jaded and cynical niggas. That is the problem. And I talk to you, but I'm trying to convince you, Jason. You don't understand. She is a nice, good, salt of the earth girl, Jason. She is not like that, Jason. She is not like that. I know over there in America, you have all of these hoes and these pimps and these. I know this, Jason, but it is not like that, Jason. It is not like. She does not even listen to rappers, Jason. She does not listen to no rappers. She does not do anything like that. Y'all thought he was gonna get away that easy? This is my credibility I gotta sustain now. I have to uphold my credibility. So if I let him get away with this obvious bull jive he doing, then everybody gonna be like, well, Jason, we don't know. No, my audience needs to know I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, he thought he was gonna. She does not fool with your rappers. What about Usher? Oh, she love Usher. Okay, there you go. And Chris Brown. No, all right, that's a wrap. Bro, Chris gonna ask her to pay $1,100 and you're gonna see her gripping them butt cheeks. Him gripping them butt cheeks. That's what's gonna happen for you. When Chris Brown gives the South African leg of his tour and your chick is like, can I borrow 15,000 Rand or whatever y'all's conversion rate is, and I'm just going to the Chris Brown concert, baby. Big Daddy, can I go to the Chris Brown concert? I just need to borrow a little money. Okay. All right. Chris gonna be sitting there giving that damn devil look, gripping them butt cheeks, and you're gonna be calling me back. I cannot believe this. I went to medical school. And these hoes do not appreciate us, Jason. They do not appreciate us. Okay. I'm like, okay, I was trying to warn him, so... All I'm going to say here, brother, is I see some warning signs. I'm not going to characterize her definitively. I don't know her to do that. All I'm going to say is, by the way, it is not this is not as clean and sanitized as you're trying to present it. You're doing that because that's what you wish to believe. But very obviously, there are some holes in it. So what I'm going to say here, bro, is she has social media like Instagram.
Only Facebook.
That's enough. Okay, y'all. She's fully westernized while he's on my damn phone trying to pretend like we got some rural chick from the movie The Last King of Scotland. That's what he's trying to do on this damn phone, is convince me there's some rural African chick. And she is in the village, Jason. She's in the village where they got Facebook in the village. He's trying to make me think that she's just sitting there as a bunch of maidens who go down to the river and got the pots on top of their heads, the baskets on top of their heads, walking stuff back. No, she's a westernized female. If she got Facebook, she done already seen everything out there. So don't try to convince me it's something else. And she wants that. So the real thing is, you need to take a look at that seriously. Take a look at the stuff she posts, particularly things about music and entertainment. That tells you the kind of men she's attracted to. No, I'm not going to tell you need to be them. No, you want to be yourself, but I'm going to definitely tell you need to be the best version of yourself. If you're going to be competitive. Then you'll be finding out whether or not you even want to compete for her. Because you strike me as the kind of guy who's been a bookworm most of his life, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing. I don't want to get into too much trouble here tonight. I will just say we all know what to do about the Boers. But what I will say here is that for those of you who have studied and you have been good students, you know, Africa, particularly South Africa, needs that. It needs it more than anything. It really, really does. And if I had a choice between you having a girlfriend and doing this, I'd have you doing this. Period. Point blank in the discussion. All things being equal, I also need you to be aware of where you actually are. Yes, shout out to Julius Malema. Peace be upon him. But definitely, you know, be aware of what the environment is, what it really is. Be aware of the expectations really are. You have not had a lot of female experiences. You have not really been that dude. You have not been that dude with females. And because you haven't, that has really... You have a very simplistic view of seeing females. You obviously don't have dudes in your family who got the game like that and can explain that to you. You probably got a bunch of married fellas from quote, traditional background. That's why folks are applying. Folks over there in Africa, once males get in their 30s, especially if they're professionals, everybody start applying the pressure. They start cranking. Mama calling them every damn week now. You ain't married yet, nigga? So is that going on? Is that going? They want to pick. They want to pick the tribe you're going to be in because we don't want you fooling around with the Hutus and we don't want that. We don't want none of that going on. No Zulus. If you ain't Zulu, we ain't messing with them Zulus. So it's you ain't Khoisan. Or don't mess with that Khoisan chick. We heard things about them. So like I said, y'all, it's all kinds of dynamics that go on over there. Most of them you're going to have to put aside. By the way, if you got any sense. But I went through all that to say. You haven't had a lot of experiences, and because of that, that's why you don't recognize these signs when you see them. You would be far better served by getting some experiences, although I don't want to sit up here and color you too much in that regard either, because these are things you're probably not ready for, especially with what you're doing. You'll be done mess around and got some broad pregnant, and then that's going to be the end of you. And that's the last and dumbest thing you could that's the stupidest thing you could possibly do. Absolute stupidest thing. But you need more seasoning, man. You need more seasoning and you need more experience. Now, I understand in your field and where you're at and stuff, that can be challenging. But what I'm telling you is that without that, you're ending up with the females who you're taking the females who will take you, as opposed to the females you've chosen. Now, I don't know how well you're vibing with old girl. I don't know how well you two get along. I don't know. Y'all two might be clicking on all cylinders, in which case, ignore every damn thing I've said, because I ain't going to snuggle up with you tonight. Even 14 hours later, I'm not going to do it. So she going to snuggle up with you. Jason's not going to do it. So do not break up your relationship with her based on a single word I've said. You know how I am. That's my rule. I don't break up people's relationships unless somebody's doing something to the kids and y'all don't have any kids. Even if she's chasing you around Johannesburg with a butcher knife, all I'm going to tell you is to move. Left or right, but I'm not going to tell you break up with him. But I will tell you might want to move. As a matter of fact, you might want to pivot and Philly shell. But that's the most I will tell you as far as that's concerned. I'm not going to tell you to break up with her. Ever. Never. But I am going to say that you have not had a lot of experiences. And because of that, you're taking who's going to take you. I think you need to get yourself into a position where you actually start choosing women. And then you won't be asking these questions. So what I am going to say, bruh, is you know what the women are looking for. I understand you got a lot of stuff going on there. But that needs to be addressed, man. You have to show them that you have a life outside of that. You're a person outside of your profession. That's great. You have a profession. Who's the man behind it? Because if all you are is a medical degree, then that's very easily taken for granted. Because in that case, all you are is a walking paycheck. And don't be surprised if she uses you for the paycheck and then there's somebody else that she's emotionally doing stuff with, because there's not depth. So you have to be a fully fleshed out person. The other thing is there can't be holes in your game. It doesn't do you a whole lot of good to be holes in your game. You need to take a look at the other doctors around you and whatnot and be like, okay, am I the best looking? Am I the best, best personality? Am I the friendliest? Those are questions to be asking yourself. Like, if you're a doctor, you should have every damn nurse in that hospital wrapped around your finger. Now, I'm not saying you're doing nothing with them, because if you're smart, you're not. What I'm saying, though, is that if you can't operate that way in that environment and you control it, or at least you should be most comfortable in it, then what are you doing outside of it? I know you're not excelling outside of it if you're not excelling there and you work there.
Yeah.
So, like I say, if your teeth game isn't together, you need to get that addressed. If the shoe game ain't together, you might want to get one pair for that. If you haven't been going to the gym, you definitely need to do that. Those are the things that are the basics. That lays the basic foundation. And then see what happens. But right now, based on what I've heard from you, what I've seen, you've done. This is the fallacy of the black male in that situation. You're doing better than 99% of the other black males that are around you. You're already what you're doing. You're already better than 99% of them. And you don't understand that the 99% that you've pursued doesn't make up for the lack of the people skills, personality, exerting yourself. It doesn't make up for that. And you'll be deceived into thinking it does. And then you'll be upset and angry and frustrated when that's in place and somebody is still willing to take it for granted. And you won't understand why. So well, that's stupid. They're going to lose this. Well, you're right. They are. You're right. But money isn't everything. Resourcefulness is not everything. And fellas want to have a one-trick pony and stuff. And it's like, okay, this needs to be a one-size-fits-all. And not good. You will grossly overestimate its value. And you're firmly in the place of that now. I understand how you got there. And I'm not saying that I'm hating on you for it. It's a dire situation, and your parents should be proud of you. All of us should be proud of you. And we are. But I want you to understand that as much as that goes, and this will just drive you nuts, that is not everything to people, and it's certainly not everything to females. You don't want to be the boring bookworm doctor. And why did I go through all that? You don't. Just see if you can get together with Miss Size 16 you dating and just make it work, man. Boy, I hope she don't get bigger after you get her pregnant. Damn! Let's say, bro, she keep going, you're going to have to get a pickup truck. She keeps this up.
Oh, man.
Do y'all have a Lane Bryant in South Africa? Damn! Oh, hell, he's laughing, so he does know what Lane Bryant is.
No, I don't know what Lane Bryant is.
Man, if you don't quit lying. Lane Bryant is for big size gals. It's a clothing store for
that store. That store, yes.
It's he said, oh, yes, I know the Bryant Lane. Yes, it's the Bryant Lane, yes. So, all right, bro, well, I don't know. That it depends. In your village, is the average chick running around, 200 pounds in the village? Is that like the norm?
Nah. It's just she's also tall. That's the thing. She's also like 5'9", 5'9", 5'10".
Okay, bro, you already gave us the centimeters. She ain't like that, no. But
Yeah, it's serious, Jason. 176 is 5'9". I'm
Okay.
serious.
And 200 pounds.
Yeah, but yeah.
What
To
you
be
gonna
honest,
say?
I
She
also
wears it
kind of
well. Is that what you gonna say?
no,
That's
no. I was gonna say I like them like that. Like
that's what I
that's also
thought. I was
gonna
about to say
say.
that's the norm in the village. When you say, well, Jason, in the village we like a size 14, Jason. In the village we do this.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
bro. Well, like I say, I mean, if it works in the village, I'm not going. I don't want to mess up the village. So I don't want to do that because we'll have him one of our fitness chicks in the village. Like, what's wrong? She looks like a man. Look at all these muscular. What do you work for the Olympics? So I don't want that popping off neither. So if she's good for the village, okay, fine. I'm not gonna shake that. What I am gonna say though is that you need to take into account her past. You need to take into account her present interests and do not be willfully naive. Look at the things she likes. Look at the things she gravitates to. Accept what you see. Do not take that as being minor or petty, because they aren't. She means that. Ask her what her favorite car is, dude. And then shut the hell up and listen. And you take it seriously. If she's one of them Mercedes chicks in South Africa, y'all, they got whole cultures across Africa now about that. Chicks chasing Mercedes. So if she's a Mercedes chick, she means that. He's over there nodding.
G63. That's what she said.
Oh,
G63.
No. You mean C as in Charlie, correct?
No, she said the G63 G-Wagon.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, dude, I know she damn well don't mean a G-Wagon. Oh, nigga, you're done.
She means that.
Oh, niggas, you're done. You're done. Oh, you're roasted.
Yo.
You're roasted and boiled.
Yo.
Y'all, now this is the little cute rural chick in the village she's telling us about, y'all. You want to know why this? Y'all think America's messed up? She's the rural chick in the village who's got Facebook and iPhone and wants to be rolling a G-Wagon. They don't even have streets that accommodate a G-Wagon on the mountains in the village she live in, but she wants a G-Wagon. Now, she's literally never met a human being in their life who has one, but she knows she wants one. She's probably never driven a car that sits up that high and has that big of a suspension, but she wants one. And that's why she's talking to a doctor, because she expects you to eventually get it. Yeah, bro. All right. Y'all are going to quit doubting me about this stuff. There's a reason they call me the authority. Y'all gonna quit doubting me about this. I said what it was. He trying to know she is from the village. She is from the rural area, Jason. I'm like, y'all, this is denial on my damn phone. That's what this is. This is denial. When I get past this denial, she listens to Usher, Chris Brown. She got an iPhone, Facebook, and she wants to drive a G-Wagon. And y'all telling me that ain't no issues here. She gonna be all right with him like, all right. Okay, believe what the hell y'all want to. Believe that. I'm naming all this stuff off and doesn't believe that. Okay, fine. Bruh, she's gonna be expensive. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. She's gonna be expensive. The more you make, the more she gonna want. And if she marries you, she's gonna expect you to take care of all that. So all I'm gonna say is take all of this seriously. Do not ignore it. She's not, when she heard you were a doctor, all she heard was, oh, good, down payment. That's what she heard. Finally, I found that down payment for my G-Wagon. Okay. So, keeping that in mind. Now, has she ever dated a man who wasn't black? He already said she has never dated a white man. You think she's never dated anyone who wasn't black?
Only black guys that she's dated.
Okay. Y'all, she got an iPhone with Facebook and the G63 and Chris Brown. Okay. All right, y'all. He's assuring us what ain't happened. Footballers in their past. Okay. Footballers, iPhones, Facebook, Usher, Chris Brown, G-Wagons. Okay. All right, brother. All right. Do your due diligence. What you need to do is give her another couple of years. You need to give her another couple of years. You need to give her another couple of years.
Okay.
If you got your heart set on this one, yikes. But you need to give her another couple of years. You've been with her about a little over a year now, or at least y'all two been talking for a year. And you're really not going to know anything until you get in closer proximity. But you need to give her another couple of years of evaluation. You need to evaluate her for another couple of years. Watch her. You need to do some crap testing of her and whatnot. See how much you can get away with. See how she treats you when she's, and by that I mean see how she treats you when she's angry. You find out what a woman really thinks of you when she's angry. That's when you're going to find out. Mm-hmm. Is she one of them chicks who likes to do the silent treatment? Is she one of those chicks who sits up here and starts going through her DMs? Stuff like that. And you can't find that out in 6 months. Somebody can be fake for 6 months. She can't be fake for 3 years if you're putting her through her paces. She can't be fake for 3 years. Whatever you see, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and one last thing. Do not tell yourself you're going to change her. One last thing. Do not deceive yourself or delude yourself into thinking you're going to change her. What she is what you got. Do not tell yourself that your love going to make her a better woman and all this other. No. Whatever she is, even when she gets mad, that's what it is. You're not going to change her. You're not going to shift her. I don't care if she says she wants to. Do not lie to yourself and say that.
Okay.
I want to hear back from you in 6 months.
Okay, sir. I will call back in 6 months. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the advice, and I appreciate your broadcast in general. It was an honor to speak with you.
Thank you for checking in. Yeah, y'all, we got to get them gamed up around the world. We got to get them straight and gamed up around the world. I will stand on every syllable I said because you know I done do this and live this. Yeah. Jason, get your passports, you clown-ass niggas.
And deal with it, nigga.
Lie. Get your passports.
Boy, what in the hell's the matter with you?
Nigga, please.
Get your passports. Man, the video going around that the Thai chick done broke him. The Filipina chicks is breaking them. They breaking them left and right. I'm gonna go, get your passports. We need women who aren't westernized. The whole damn world is westernized. And I just gave you the questionnaire that proves it. The whole world is westernized. He's got a chick who's 14 hours outside of Johannesburg on the Cape of Africa. She's in the village. They got Facebook and G-Wagon pictures in the village. So you gonna leave America with your damn passport and end up, quote, in rural South Africa. It's like, finally, I've gotten away from Mark Zuckerberg and Vogue magazine and The View and Instagram. I'm finally free. We're free. Let's get some uncontaminated females. And she comes up, oh, look, Jason, see, she's got all of her own hair and this, that, and the other. Hey, baby, what's your dream car? The G63. Oh, yeah, the C63. No, nigga. G. G as in get out my face. Because over there, usually it's the C class is the one that's really popping in Africa. There's a whole bunch of other. They put the AMG decals on it. I've talked about this before. It's real corny. But he was like, oh, no. She said you can't even lie to her. She doesn't want a G550. She wants the G63. She doesn't even want the base model G-Wagon. She wants the G63. Now, what the hell is she going to do with that big-ass engine? Where is she going to get the oil changed? How is she going to get the brakes changed? How is she going to clean and condition the leather? And she's telling him, by the way, he was able to tell me her dream car is a G-Wagon, not just a Mercedes. I told him, brother, if she's one of them chicks in Africa be longing for a Mercedes, oh, you're done. Jason, she wants the G63. I'm like, okay. Let me go ahead and start this fire pit. She gonna roast this dude.